What's going on, guys? JayeDeBlack here. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about NFL running back Josh Jacobs. Now, he's trending all over X right now. He was arrested on numerous charges due to apparently putting his hands on a female that he was in a relationship with. Now, apparently the female is a former, well, I believe she did OF. I mean, she had some videos out here. She claimed that the videos were put out there without her consent. Yeah, right. Her name is Ash Cash, right? She actually dated, I made a video about her before. She dated a young NBA player who she took advantage of financially. Then she clowned him. And now Josh Jacobs ended up in a relationship with her. And there are people who believe that that is the woman who he may have put hands on and got these numerous charges. Now, we don't know 100%. We don't know 100% that it's her, but they have been dating for months. He even was on a stream talking about how he was feeling like she might be the one almost, right? This guy, Josh was warned. Josh Jacobs was warned not to deal with her, and he dealt with her anyway. And then she tried to get online and tried to quote unquote debunk rumors that she was an adult actress or she was doing, adult things. She claims stuff was put out there without her consent, but apparently she did OF. That was in a way to sort of appease him so he didn't look like a clown. Well, now he looks like a clown because he got arrested and his mugshot is everywhere. But I have to talk about what's going on X right now. Conservatives have done it again. Especially a lot of you white conservatives, you've gone online, you tried to make this into an attack on Abdul Carter, who spoke out against his quarterback Jackson Dart going and being at the Trump rally. And now people are using this situation to attack Abdul Carter. Let me tell you people something. Innocent until proven guilty. He hasn't been convicted of anything. These are accusations. This is not like the other situation with James Pierce. James Pierce there was a report of him in the act of chasing around his ex-girlfriend, running into police officers. That's all documented. Ain't no alleged. He did those things. That's why he got the sweetheart deal that he got. But with Josh Jacobs, it's innocent until proven guilty. But I have to talk about and address this situation with this female, Ash Cash, who seems like she's mentally unstable. I mean, have y'all seen some of these posts she's put out here? He was warned not to deal with her, and he dealt with her anyway. And that situation may cost him, if he's found guilty of this, his career. Now, again, men have to be accountable for their actions, but Josh Jacobs don't have a history of domestic violence. So I can't sit here and say that he's guilty when there's no proof that he's ever done this ever before. This is really alleged. He wasn't caught in the act like James Pierce was, who may end up playing the first game of the season next season, but nobody's talking about that. If you look at what James Pierce did, it's worse because this guy could have taken the life of his ex-girlfriend, and he almost could have taken the life of a police officer. Somebody who had nothing to do with whatever issue he had with his ex. But everybody's condemning him. Conservatives are on Twitter doing it again when they're trying to condemn a black man to fit their narrative. And the thing about Ash, I mean, listen, stop dating women from the internet. It never goes, especially women with a reputation like hers. There's plenty of women you can deal with. Why deal with her? You dudes have to stop linking up with these OF IG influencer chicks. These chicks are nothing but trouble. And again, I'm not putting the blame on Her saying it's her. But what I'm saying is that now this is all subject to change. She might even be the female that is the subject of this situation. But I just feel like in this situation with Josh Jacobs, I feel like he was warned and he ignored the warnings. On this going to Yahoo, on Tuesday, Green Bay Packers starting running back Josh Jacobs turned himself into the Hobart Lawrence Police Department just west of Green Bay. According to police department statement, they were dispatched to a disturbance complaint involving Jacobs at 8:37 a.m. on Saturday. This reminds me of the Xavier Worthy situation. There's a lot of he say, she say in these situations, but we haven't really heard his rebuttal. I know his lawyers have denied it, but Xavier Worthy's girlfriend tried to claim that he was abusing her when really she was abusing him. He's currently booked on 5 charges: battery, criminal damage to property, disorderly conduct, strangulation and suffocation, intimidation of a victim. And this is the press release there. As y'all see that this is from the police department. They say on May 23rd of 2026, approximately 8:37 a.m., the Hobart Lawrence Police Department were dispatched to a disturbance complaint involving Josh Jacobs. As a result of the investigation, Josh was subsequently arrested on May 26 of 2026 and booked into the Brown County Jail on the following charges as I went over there. And that's according to the chief, Michael Rinkus. The strangulation and suffocation charge is a felony, while the rest are misdemeanor charges, according to NFL Network's Tom Pelissero. Jacobs' attorney David Chesnoff and Richard Schoenfield have made a statement on his behalf. Josh vehemently denies the allegations, and this matter is in the early stages of investigation with important evidence that has not yet been made public. We ask for fairness and restraint while the judicial process takes place. And this is the statement here. This is a statement right here. This is the statement that his lawyers made. This is why, again, when you conservatives run into Twitter to like a gotcha with Abdul Carter, understand this: innocent until proven guilty. Right? His lawyers said they're denying it. Says Josh vehemently denies the allegations, and this matter is in the early stage of investigation with important evidence that has not yet been made public. We ask for fairness and restraint while the judicial process takes its course. Now, I will say this though: if Josh Jacobs is guilty of this, he shouldn't be able to play football again. Sometimes you have to learn a lesson. And the lesson is you were warned about dealing with this heifer. You dealt with her anyway. And then you done went. Now, this is if he's guilty. You done went and put your hands all on this heifer and on this female. And you got yourself arrested, man. And if your career is affected, then you did it to yourself. But we have to let the process play out. Innocent until proven guilty. It's different when the person is caught in the act. Now, from what it looks like, they said that there was an investigation and they still arrested him. In some of these states, they will arrest the supposed aggressor anyway. The state of Washington. Y'all remember when Sha'Carri Richardson was on video getting into it with her boyfriend, and she got arrested because there was clear evidence she was an aggressor, even though she got a slap on the wrist. He's a man in the situation. They're going to arrest him. They're always going to take the woman's side in these situations. They're always going to do that. And this is why these dudes got to be smart about the women you deal with, because these women are mentally unstable, and you got to be careful. Do your research. Don't just invite any woman into your home. Like, don't just because of how she looks. Dudes got to stop thinking with the wrong head. You could just tell these guys are not used to getting certain type of girls. They're used to getting girls based off of their athletic ability. Ever since high school, they've had girls like them for their athletic abilities and not necessarily them. So they never had to go out here and work to get a woman. as far as having a mouthpiece and being able to vet. None of that. They just took what they can get. And then when they get to the NFL, you know, they're out here still dealing with gold diggers, dealing with chicks that want them for their money, not necessarily for who they are. Now, apparently these two have unfollowed each other on social media. I saw a post where they unfollowed each other. But again, Josh, you're going to definitely have to come with this evidence. You need to fight back with everything you got, brother, because they will try to take everything that you have built. Now, let's look at this statement from the Green Bay Packers. Where's the statement from Green Bay Packers? Okay. Because the Green Bay Packers have released a statement. The Green Bay Packers have released a statement after running back Josh Jacobs was arrested on 5 charges. Per Steve of the Associated Press, officers of the Hobart Lawrence Police Department in Brown County, Wisconsin, responded to a call about a potential disturbance involving the 2022 Russian champion on Saturday morning. Okay, so where is the statement? Okay, here it is. We are aware of the matter involving Josh Jacobs, the spokesperson said, as it is an ongoing legal situation, we will withhold further comment. As they should, because again, he hasn't been found guilty of anything. His lawyers said they have information they're going to present. I hope they do. For his sake, for his career's sake, he better have his receipts. Because if he doesn't, he's over. They're going to release him. They're going to cut him if he ain't able to get himself out of this situation quickly. They don't want this situation to linger. What him and his legal team need to do, and he better have him a really good legal team, they need to go and fight and to get this situation resolved before the start of the year. That's what James Pierce did. Now, what happened with James Pierce happened in February, but he had to go through a treatment program to fast track his way of solving his situation before the season. Josh Jacobs needs to do that. Absolutely. But this has got to be a learning experience for Josh Jacobs. Be careful of what you allow in your life and the energies you allow in your life. Stop dealing with people who don't have your best interests at heart. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next one.